Named for the Kushan god of pain and enslavement, and deployed in limited numbers across the Taiidan Empire, the Qwaar-Jet class heavy cruiser is the most powerful warship available to the Taiidan, and a lethal adversary to any who dare oppose the Empire. Almost 430 meters long, with a mass of 131,000 tons, the Qwaar-Jet is classified as a super capital grade vessel, and the ship's main design function is to engage hostile capital ships in close quarters combat. The Qwaar-Jet is heavily armoured, able to resist repeated strikes from wings of enemy bombers, and repel the firepower of frigate formations for extended periods of time. In combat, the ship acts as a mobile fortress, covering wide areas with its firing arcs, and providing coordination and support for nearby friendly vessels. The Qwaar-Jet is armed with 2 rotating double-barreled ion cannon emplacements, and 6 adjustable mass drivers. Working in tandem, these weapons allow the Qwaar-Jet to engage multiple targets at almost any angle, even as the ship engages in complex maneuvers. One shortcoming of the Qwaar-Jet, however, is that its targeting systems lack the ability to effectively engage smaller fighters and bombers, but given that the heavy cruiser is most often employed as part of a larger battle group featuring flak frigates and interceptors, this weakness is rarely a real danger. The Qwaar-Jet is propelled by an array of 6 large aft-mounted sublight engines, whose combined power can accelerate the heavy cruiser at a rate of 39 meters per second squared to a cruising speed of 250 meters per second. The ship's maneuvering thrusters are also powerful, but the enormous mass of the ship makes evasive action naturally difficult, forcing the craft to rely on its thick armor plating to resist enemy attack. During the Beast War, the few remaining Qwaar-Jet heavy cruisers in service to the Taiidan Imperialists were often employed in 2-ship raiding parties and outfitted with improved energy cannons and armor plating. These attack groups would often use hit and fade tactics to punch through the defensive formations of enemy carrier groups, thus allowing the rest of the Imperial fleet to engage the enemy carriers directly. The Imperialists were not the only faction with access to the Qwaar-Jet design during the war, however. The biomechanical virus which gave the Beast War its name was able to capture and heavily modify several of the ships, adding an infection beam and improving the accuracy of the ship's ion cannons to such an extent that they could now realistically target fighters and other strike craft. An enduring symbol of the Taiidan Empire's naval might and an incredibly formidable warship overall, the Qwaar-Jet class heavy cruiser has claimed many victories throughout its service and presents a serious tactical challenge to any of the Taiidan's adversaries. Thank you for watching Spacedock. Please remember to like, subscribe and share for more science fiction spacecraft summaries. If there's a particular spacecraft you'd like to see looked at, let me know in the comments below and I'll get right on it.